Thank you, Robert. Mr. Chairman and Committee, good morning. For the record, my name is Chris Thompson. I'm Chief Operating Officer for Visit Florida, and I thank you again for the opportunity to appear before you again today. I want to also thank you for including our 100% of our recurring trust fund in your recommendation that you'll be considering today and that you've been deliberating in all week. We appreciate the incredibly tough job that you have in trying to put very, very limited resources to all the best and highest uses that you'll be considering. And we do understand that any appropriation above that recurring revenue is something that we have to certainly justify. And not only that, our goal is to hopefully convince each and every one of you to be as passionate an advocate for what we do as we are. So to begin that, today is going to be a dialogue that we would like to start with you. And hopefully we'll continue with this committee and each of you all individually throughout the regular session. And before we get into that, I once again want to thank you for this opportunity to actually do that. On behalf of our board, our industry, and our staff, it's the first chance that we've had in either chamber to actually talk to you about our vision and our mission and actually what we do. So we are excited about doing that. Let me give you a quick snapshot of a dashboard of statistics for tourism, the tourism industry, the #1 industry in the state for 2007. 84.5 million visitors came to the state. That includes, and in addition to those outsiders, we had 13.9 million in-state visits. They generated collectively $65.5 billion in travel spending, $3.9 billion in sales tax collection, $513 million in tourist development tax collections that Robert's group is responsible for. 1 in 5 sales tax dollars paid by somebody that doesn't live here, and just under 1 million people are employed in the tourism industry. We just recently announced for the first time in 7 years that the numbers for 2008 preliminarily will be down 2.3%. Certainly we're concerned about that, but in a recession, in what we've now acknowledged is a recession that's been going on for a lot longer than people thought. 2.3% down is a lot less than our competition, and certainly still we had 82.5 million people that visited the state. That's 5 visitors for every Floridian that lives here, and again 1 in 5 sales tax dollars paid by those folks that came. But just to give you an idea of if we had potential declines, the 3% decline there, which is close to what it actually was for that we're predicting for the current year, that's 2.5 million visitors, 2.27 billion in visitor spend, and $135 million in sales tax collection that is lost with a 3% decline. And as you can see, at each of those levels, those numbers grow pretty significantly. This chart will give you, it shows you the relationship between visitors and spending. And as you can see, as the visitor numbers grow, the spend grows. That line, that vertical line of demarcation is the point in time when the state started the partnership with the industry, and together we started trying to grow these numbers. And you can see that that partnership has produced significant results since 1996. Let me tell you a little bit about Visit Florida before I hand it over to Will to talk to you about actually what we do. We were established in 1996 as the service corporation for the Florida Commission on Tourism. We are a 501c6 corporation, and we do have 3,400 industry partners that buy into cooperative marketing programs with us throughout the year. If I could give you a snapshot of who those 3,400 partners are, they would be 80% of them small businesses whose everyday livelihood is dependent upon the strength of this industry and the partnership that they have with the state of Florida to help grow their individual businesses. We just recently, last year, completed an update to our strategic planning process and our strategic plan in conjunction with our board. And so I just want to share with you a little bit about that vision that came out of that plan. First of all, our mission is to promote travel and drive visitation to and within Florida. Again, we realize that we need to be bringing people from outside of Florida, but we also need to have Floridians move within Florida. On any given normal year, only 40% of vacations taken by Floridians are in our state. So if we're able to move that needle, that's a pretty significant impact. Our vision is Visit Florida establishes Florida as the #1 travel destination in the world. And then a couple strategic goals which really drive everything we do on a day-to-day basis. Provide leadership to ensure that the Florida tourism industry is competitive and sustainable. Become the trusted source of travel information that informs and inspires travel to and within Florida. Protect and grow Florida's share of destination travel through integrated sales and marketing programs that drive visitation to and within Florida. And the last two goals: leverage Visit Florida resources through cooperative marketing programs and create and add value for partners within and outside the Florida tourism industry. And any of all the 5 of these goals, that probably is the most significant. I mean, we're here as a partnership with the state to actually leverage the state resources, put them to their highest and best uses. And that's our final goal: put all the Visit Florida resources to their highest and most productive uses to maximize operating efficiencies and the impact of all organizational efforts. Again, these strategic goals are the ones that drive what we do on a day-to-day basis, every month, every year, throughout our programs. And I'd like to introduce my colleague, Will Seckham, who's our Chief Marketing Officer, to kind of help you understand and show how that mission, vision, and values are translated into programs that are actually out there and what visitors see. Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman.